Hey folks, Karshel here. Thank you for joining me. Are you ready to continue on the Awakenings quest and get that next step knocked out? I screwed up a little bit. I was playing the game earlier and my recording had stopped and I didn't notice. So you've missed about 10 minutes of the gameplay. In that 10 minutes, all that I did basically was repair the photon cannon, so you haven't missed a whole heck of a lot. But let me see. Nope, I also harvested all the albumen pearls that were over there in the cave entry. I want to find out if they repop and if there's something that I can go back there and reharvest every few hours, few days, whatever. But we haven't played with that yet, so I figure I will sell them off here and see what the new multi-tool in the cabinet there is, and hopefully we might actually be able to get an upgrade that way. Request dialect help, please. Thank you, thank you. And sell. I don't know that I have a need for gamma root, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that, even though it's not much. Same with the salt. And, albumen pearl, even though it is not at full price, but that's kind of understandable considering that the source is right outside the door, basically. But 100,000 will help. And what do we have over here? An 8-slot Class B. Doesn't matter. I still can't afford it. I've only got 142,000, which is far better than the 15,000 we had last time we were here. Wait a minute. See these little cubes on the desks and stuff? Sometimes you can actually grab those, and those can be used for your signal boosters. Okay. Now I need to verify something. On the save that I did earlier, I talked about how you would do uploading of data and information, and unfortunately that seems to have gone away as well with my failed recording. So what you would do when you discover a planet, if you wish to rename, as I did with both of these, you press X and it comes up with a little box across the center. If you just wish to upload an individual planet, you highlight that and hit E. If you wish to upload everything that you've discovered that hasn't been, you hit E. Now, you can do the same thing for animals. You can upload it from down here with fauna, with save points. Now, the 8 of 13 species discovered, there are 13 species of animal on this planet. If I discover them all, I will get a bonus of 650 nanites. Because of what I've already turned in, I already have 225 nanites. I'm now going to see what this vendor has available for us. Yes, I wish I could understand more. I really do. And I will. Okay, the teleport receiver will be handy eventually, but right now the ship already has one. The advanced mining laser I think is very important because it'll broaden what we can harvest, even if we're just harvesting it for resale. So I'm going to grab that. I'm not sure where a technology module comes from, but we'll find them. And I think I want to grab the shield lattice as well, though I don't know where either sodium diode or antimatter would come from. But increasing the hazard protection is definitely to the good. And that basically breaks me for the nanites again for a while. Yep, down to 30, so can't afford anything additional. Okay, now, any new flyers? Nope. How about any new ships coming in? Nobody loves me. Okay, So we'll jump back to our ship and head to space. Just listening to the game sounds, it almost like something was coming in. Might be residual noise from the factory or buildings, or maybe even the Sentinel, who knows. Now, I noticed in the earlier playthroughs that the sound quality from the game itself was not that great on the recordings. Hopefully this is doing far better. Game sounds actually are pretty good. So even if the sound was terrible, please don't hold it against it. And I think that I'm going to need to do some fuel for the ship. Yes, I will. Now, in order to do that, I am going to need metal plating. I have the dihydrogen, so we need to harvest some ferrite dust. And pulse the weapon this time. If I'm not mistaken, it is 50 ferrite dust per sheet. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm good with that. Now I'm going to make another one, provided that I have the dihydrogen, just so that I know that I have a couple of takeoffs and landings available. Though it is my intent at this point just to go to the space station, because that's where the quest is taking us next. You never know when you might get distracted by something shiny. You know, or at least I never know when I might get distracted by something shiny. Grabbing a little bit of carbon because my beam is about out. Yep. Yeah, and my radiation protection is about shot, so we'll pop into the building here real quick. And I don't know if it is me. They did a new patch this morning, and things seem to be a little bit slow on responding to key commands. And it could just be me, but was that the one I was mining? Where is that? Hate to just leave one partial sitting out there. Oh well, guess I'm going to have to. Now, I know I scanned those. Those would be under plants. See, now that looks like that's exactly what it is. Obviously, I am mistaken. Or it's a bug, which at this point in time is certainly a possibility, since they're still chasing the bugs on this patch. But I certainly cannot complain about it. It's very well worth the effort to me. Okay, so that is correctly identifying. No, no, no. There we go. I'm not moving, I swear. I'm not even breathing. There we go. Okay. Now, I should be able to do that. And that. And have a full tank of gas on our launch thruster. And with that, I feel comfortable heading to space. I feel like I'm flying a tub. Okay. And it already highlighted the space station because that's where the next step of our quest is. So we are going to head that way. Now, the HUD on this ship is in a different location. You should be able to see it there just to the left of the radar screen. But you can watch our speed just keep climbing as we get up into space. We will eventually top out. Or so I thought. Anyway, I'm going to engage the booster and fly our way to the space station really quick before somebody jumps me. Even though I have shields and weapon, not very confident in that. Now, if you're anything like me, you may have a tendency to actually fly into the space station. Try to avoid that. It's hard on the ship. Much better, much better. Now, I noticed as we were coming in, the quest icon was over to what is our right now. It looks like it may have moved, but it was that way when we were flying in, so I'm going to go check those NPCs first. And being the semi-methodical person that I sometimes am, I'll basically start on one end and just roll through to the other. Repeat the code. Oops. Okay, dokie. You know, as gas-oriented and scent-oriented as the Gek are, it says he emits a startled squeak. It would have been almost more appropriate for him to emit a startled cloud of gas, although I don't know that we would want him to. Repeat that code. Nope. So I've alienated another alien. That's just awful. Whoops. What do we got over here? Kiss of Lightning. A 10-slot Class A, which I certainly cannot afford. Okay. Think that's what I have been looking for. Find what we have left you. Okay, coordinates. So where are we going now? Signal acquired, life signs detected. Such a plethora of ships here. I'm just kind of curious on the value. Oh, Class C-27? I don't think I'm that interested. Now, if you were a Class B, maybe. Okay. This one's very similar to what we have now. In fact, it even has the same name. What do you got? A 41. C. You know, that's actually tempting to me. It's got the efficient thruster. It's got all the base stuff that I have. But it has 41 slots that are completely fixed. As opposed to, what is it, maybe 10 or 12 that I've got? And 6 tech slots. I wonder what that would do. Yeah, sure. Exchange for 18,000. I think I'll decline on that one. That was worth looking at. Always looking for a good deal, you know. Although, probably the best option at this point is to just go out and look for more crash ships. And what do you got going? Oh, 46B. Yeah, that's kind of nice, I have to admit. With the teleporter, with a shield boost. Still just the one kind of drive. I'm almost afraid to look. Yeah, exchange of 58 million. I think I'm going to have to save up my quarters before we can do that one. Now, maybe I shouldn't, but I do occasionally give into vanity, and one of those shuttle type ships, I consider them like the smart cars of spacecraft, and I just have no interest whatsoever in flying one. Not that I have anything in particular against smart cars, but they're not designed for appearance sake. That could have been fun. Now, where am I going? Now, let's get away from the space station first. Now, where is that little marker? That's it. That's it. Whoops. Glad there wasn't anybody out there. That would have pissed him off royal. Okay. Can we pop? There we can. Yeah, I'm not sure why the game sound is cutting out this morning. Okay, we are being scanned. I think that we will make it in time, so I can avoid having to deal with that one too. I quite possibly could deal with it, but it's just more of a pain in the butt than it's worth at the moment. Yeah, he's a weak ship too. We'll see what happens. If it lets me get away, I'll get away. If not, then we'll deal with him. Okie dokie then. And this is back on my snow planet, I believe. Ah, crashed freighter. Okay. Now, crash freighters actually, in the past, have had a lot of debris around them. So it was a good farming opportunity to pick up material. But you're burning through a lot of resources to get them. I never found them to be all that much use, but that may change now that I'm doing a brand new start. So let's go talk to the pod. Oh, and I had an epiphany the other day. When we picked up this ship, our wonderful freighter that we have, I was so glad to find that big of a ship upgrade that I forgot to look at the little spherical thing that was behind the ship. So potentially lost out on nanites, or they used to drop recipes. I don't know if that still is the case or not. So don't be like me. Don't get distracted. See? That distracted by something shiny thing. The anomaly comes for the stars. And the schematic for the hyperdrive. Excellent. Now I already have a hyperdrive in this ship. I think the starting ship did not, and I would have had to build it. But we don't have to at this point, but the quest might want us to build it. Construct the hyperdrive. Okay, this could be entertaining. We already have a hyperdrive. But we will see if we can get the microprocessors, and maybe that will be enough. I still do kind of like this world too. It was a real toss-up as far as putting the base on that other one or here. There's just a nice look about it. Okay. Enough being nostalgic for the old home turf. Let's go see. I swear this thing is like flying a tub. Yeah, I don't care. If it's not close enough to engage, I'm not going to worry about it. And I think if it was close enough to engage, it would have by now. We are on a mission. You said that already. Thank you, thank you. Now a little bit slower. There we go. Okay, this time the icon was on the right as we came in, so we will go check that trade terminal first. If it's providing additional little cues like that, that's cool. I'm good with that. Oh, this time it stayed. Last time it disappeared. Hello, geek friends. I can't help seeing that the little geeks do the thumbs up sign without thinking about the movie The Martian. Is that sad or what? Okay, and I need 5 of these. So much for the cash that I had. Okay, gather copper. So, looks like we are going back down to the planet for the quest line. I'm actually going to go check out that red ship. A 42 slot Class C. The other one, if I remember, the 42 was like 18 million for exchange. Now see, this one's even higher. Always looking to trade up. Class C, 25 slots. So we would have more active slots than we have now, but we would lose the shield bonus. But they would do this one straight across. I'm really not interested, though. You know, I was thinking that this ship had hyperdrive. It does not. So going through the quest line is going to be perfectly fine. Cool. It's not going to be wasted time. Ooh, one of the explorer ships. Totally different class. Generally, they have better range on the hyperdrive, that kind of thing. Only 21 slots, but even with the Class C, you can see that it has the bonus for the drive. So it makes traveling a little bit cheaper. I'm not interested at the moment. Now, a good fighter, I talked about that when we were looking for a ship. That's a different story. What you got there? A 23C. I wish you were a little bit better. See, and that would be a straight across exchange. If it was an A, then I might do that, but not for a C. Shuttles, smart cars, don't want them. I just missed that fighter. Okay, we'll go back to the planet. And I think we'll go right back down to the area of our base. How many ships? How many ships? Whoa, looks like 5? No. Screw that. So, note to self, if you are near a freighter or the space station or ship atmosphere or planet atmosphere and you get a scan like that, just kind of hang out. Because most of the time you can turn around and bail out on whatever is coming in. And once you are basically out of sight, you're out of mind. And where in the world is my base? Now that should be coming up on radar. Okay, there you are. Now, I suppose I could have landed somewhere else because there's not copper that's particularly close, but this is home. $6.50 for that copper. Your base. Oh, the green symbol's portable refiner. I'm like, wait a minute, what's that green one? I've never seen that before. Copper deposit 8, 9, 8. So that was like the closest one. We will recharge the suit, even though it's really not down very much, and then head over for that. Okay, now I did not think to check the vendor for those, and I don't have an oxygen filter at this point either, but we'll have to remember we've got those. Now go back to the suit. And 4 tech slots in it at the moment. Okay, where's our tag? There we go. 600 units isn't all that far, but storms could become problematic. And we might have to take shelter once or twice. I'm going to divert and grab that sodium as we go by. If I can get out of the bushes. And I see another sodium up on the hill slightly to the right, so we'll grab that one as well. Now I have no idea. Just to the left of us up the hill there, you can see a plant that's kind of glowing blue. I grabbed one of those before, and it said something about a jetpack surge. I am not sure what's up with that, but we're going to find out. I'm going to grab this oxygen first and then see if it gives me the opportunity to use the jetpack without actually burning up the fuel or something. Oh, yes it does. Not burning up any fuel. And there it goes. Okay, keep that in mind, folks. That is a major boost. Not only do I think was it faster, but it did not burn up any of my life support to do that until the boost faded. So that's a major thing to keep in mind. Recharging the suit. Dang it. Get me out of the bushes. And there's my copper. And for once, my manipulator is actually in pretty good shape. Not for long, not at this rate. And I need 250. I don't know if one charge will be enough. Hope it is. Weapon charge depleted, of course. Do I have ferrite dust? I do, but I also have magnetized and pure. I'm going to burn them all just so I can get this over with. Now I'm just over 200. So we're getting there. This was a good copper deposit to come to. 246. 250. Okay. Now we want to grab that, and that, and that. And I'm going to be on the lookout for these now. Yeah, those are kind of handy. Always falling. I know. Just to see what's changed about these. Okay, so if I want to open these up, I need to be carrying cobalt. If it runs true for all of them. We're going to have to find out. Because I think nanites are going to play a bigger role in this iteration of No Man's Sky than they did in the last one. So collecting them was just going to be important. At least until you have all the tech. Whoops. I know it is, but I'm working on that. Now, with this reddish screen effect, it was like, okay, wait a minute. Oh, because I took so much damage from that fall that I was almost dead. Okie dokie. That wasn't good. That also is a change, I do believe. Oogladoo Marsh. And I could have done the refining out there in the field, but it's like, I might as well be in the building. And back in where I can heal. Okay, I am going to call this one here. Thanks for joining me. I would appreciate any comments. Feel free to like, share, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. In our next run, we will start refining the copper to chromatic metal and work on the next step of the quest. Thank you much. Karshel out.